सर्वकर्माण्यपि सदा कुर्वाणो मद्व्यपाश्रयः मत्प्रसादादवाप्नोति शाश्वतं पदमव्ययम्.
Even by performing all actions, taking refuge in me always, one attains the eternal immutable state by my grace. Now, this verse is the advice for the mind. The next verse, 57, is advice for the intellect. So, why does he say both? Because you need to fire on all fronts. In all these years from birth till now, we have been using the body, mind and intellect only in the wrong direction, only for selfish purposes. So now if you want to bring a change in your personality, the quickest way to bring about this change is to fire on all fronts, physical, emotional and intellectual. So what is he saying here? The key words here are sada, always. By performing sarva karmani, all actions, sada, always. Why is he saying that? Because the law is as you think, so you become. So if you entertain stray, random thoughts about the higher, it's not going to work. And most of us do that. And then you come back and see, it's like doing one thing. You go for a walk for half an hour in the day, and the whole day you're sitting around. Do you think you'll ever lose weight? No. What is important is what you do the rest of the 23 and a half hours. It's not just the half hour. Similarly, once a day you go to the temple, little temple that you have, light a lamp or light an agarbatti and do a quick namaskar before you go to work, and the whole day you're doing selfish worldly activities, it's not going to help. It is what you think constantly that matters. So whether you do puja or not once in the morning, if you entertain thoughts of the higher throughout the day, you will evolve spiritually. Therefore, he is using the word sada, always. Then what must you do? Mad vyapashrayaha. Act for me. Today, our actions are only for money, position, status, name, fame, everything that is worldly. Instead, dedicate your actions to what? To becoming a better human being. How many of us think that? How many of us wake up in the morning and say, today I must become a slightly better person? If you have that conviction, this commitment to yourself, by God, you will achieve it. Mad vyapashraya. Then he says, you will gain that eternal immutable state by my grace. Now what is this my grace? Mad prasada. Many people believe that, oh, God is blessing everyone else except me. Why is it that God is not blessing me? My neighbor is blessing with millions of rupees. My other brother-in-law is blessing with wonderful children. Why is it that I am poor with the horrible children? It is not that God is partial. Divine grace is universal. It's there everywhere. Then what is the difference? By our own actions, we are putting an obstruction. We are preventing that grace from coming to us. So when you open your heart out, when you open your intellect out, what you're in fact doing is removing the obstruction, and then that grace which has always been there will bless you. And this grace is the emotional thing. This verse appeals to the emotion. Why? Because love facilitates understanding. Have you ever wondered how is it that a mother understands an infant child without verbal communication? When the child cries, instinctively the mother knows whether the child is hungry or sleepy or in pain or what's happening to the child. The mother can figure out. The maid can't. No maid in the world can. What's the difference? Identification, love. When a doctor has love for the patients, the diagnostic skills of the doctor goes up. instantly. Because there is a connection, you feel. When a manufacturer feels for his customer, he is able to decipher exactly what the customer needs and provide it, and there's all-round happiness. Where is the love in our hearts? Do we love even our family members? Do we even understand what they're going through? Do we have that connection with them? Then where is this? Here he's talking about love for all beings. Without bhakti, the learning process is flawed. Therefore, your heart must flow towards God, that providence, and the intellect must try and break through the barrier of ignorance. And someday you'll get there. Next.